Hi, my name is Shaylee Edmiston, and today I will be informing you on cloning animals and the pros and cons of it. The cloning of animals is known as the replicating of genes, also known as a fragment of DNA placed in an organism so there is enough to use in protein production. Copy and paste, if you will. Many of you might have a pet that means the world to you and you can't bear the thought of ever losing them. Well, what if I could tell you that you can have the exact replica of your pet? Cloning is good for many different reasons. Scientists can go further into research, find more research so that they can further their studies on how to make cloning better and safer. I've had time in this field. I've spent studying and working with some of my friends up in North Texas. They own Viagen Pets and Equine. Viagen is a facility that clones animals all the way from wolf puppies to exotic horse breeds. I've helped artificially inseminate mares, I've watched embryo transplants, and I have done many more things. Moving on to my first point, cloning is good for biomedical research. There's 3 different types of cloning: gene cloning, reproductive cloning, and therapeutic cloning. Gene cloning is the process that clones genes or copies genes. Reproductive cloning copies whole animals, not just the genes, but the entire animal. Therapeutic cloning is the creation of embryonic stem cells for experiments creating tissue to replace injured and diseased tissues. From the article, Cloning Fact Sheet by National Human Genome Research Institute, published in August of 2020, the writer says that there is great potential for cloning. Researchers modify clones for agricultural and for production purposes. They also use these animals to test drugs and treatment strategies, such as rats. They'll clone rats so that they can test different methods, different medicines. They test everything on these rats so that they do not have to start with actual big animals like cows or pigs. If you've heard of the white rhino, you know that there is not very many animals left of their kind. As science continues and as the research continues, you'll notice that they're doing everything they can to try and repopulate the earth with white rhinos. Science is taking huge steps in cloning to try to further this so that more endangered animals can repopulate the earth. In the article, Should We Clone Endangered Species by Amelia Brown, posted in July of 2022, Amelia says that 67% of endangered species could be lost forever. Cloning preserves DNA, and multiple institutions are collaborating to improve breeding and cloning. In the article, Will Cloning Ever Save Endangered Species by Farish Jabbar, posted in March of 2013, the writer says that this gives us access to an enormous amount of research and possibility. Many benefits, but still a few faults. Cloning is a fresh topic, but there's still holes yet to be filled. Moving on to my first con, there's a low success rate in cloning. Many pairs of genes are being copied, and as the genes are being copied, there's so many copies of DNA that they do not copy exactly every single time. You have deletions, additions, you have many different things that could go wrong whenever you are cloning genes. An error in the gene replication causes a number of issues. Lisa Howard states in her article, Cow Gene Study Shows Why Most Clones Fail, posted December of 2016, she says that majority of losses are due to embryonic death. Failure during implantation process, development of defective placenta is what is the main cause of death in cloned cattle. Cloning is not 100% reliable, but as research grows, it progresses. Not only is there a low success rate in cloning, there is also a big health problem. Due to error in gene expression and imprinting failures, there's increased birth sizes and defects in the heart, liver, lungs, and even the brain. The cloning process interferes with the natural gene production, which causes it to slow down, stop, or completely remake something different. Research states in Joan J. Cloning May Cause Health Effects, posted in May of 1999, that a 2-month-old calf cloned from the genes from a cow's ear died after developing heart problems. It is likely to cast doubts over the safety and efficiency, which has been so far controversial, largely for its ethical dimension. Many pros and cons of cloning is conducted to find the safest and healthiest way to... The purpose of my speech today is to inform you about the good and bad things about cloning. If you never want to live another day without your pet, well, now you don't have to. Have you ever thought about cloning